Welcome everyone to the Greenfork Food for Thought podcast. My name is Stephen Zabala. I am the founder and owner of Greenfork Nutrition. In addition to a meal prep service, I like to kind of say that I do a little bit of everything when it comes to nutrition and health and wellness, in regards to, the food that you eat, the mental health aspect, your mentality, and of course the physical fitness. I believe that there's 4 pillars of health, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I wanted to start out just by telling you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my company, Greenfork. I'd say my core mission is just to have a positive impact on my community and support myself and my family while I'm doing it. Right? Have the biggest impact on Saratoga and the surrounding community's health and wellness scene. I hope to be a voice in that scene. And then with this podcast, hope to have other voices that are in that community come on and just talk about all the cool stuff they're doing, whether it's nutrition-based or finances or anything that has to do with health and wellness or art, creativity. I'm kind of, hey, kitty. Love it. Just kind of to tickle my own brain and feed my own brain and do everything that I'm interested in, talk to cool people, and hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys learn stuff from it. And hopefully, it's good. Hopefully it turns out good. This is the very first one. Not going to lie and say that I'm not nervous. I am a little bit, but this cat here is kind of helping me out. Help me keep my cool. Beautiful kitty. So Greenfork is a company that I started back in 2016 or 17. I started in Arizona, actually, when I started doing yoga and personal training and things like that. I had been a chef my whole life, and I'd worked with nutrition, but my clients were coming to me and talking about how they couldn't lose weight. They weren't seeing results. So I ended up just cooking for a handful of them, doing a meal prep service for just a handful of my clients. And then that caught on into something really big. For the gym that I was working at, they had like 7 different locations in Tucson, Arizona. And I ended up being the meal prep guy for, thousands of people across the Tucson area. So that was really big. And my business went from not much at all to maybe 6 or 7 people to thousands of people. And it just blew up. So I learned a lot about business. I learned a lot about, how to work with people. And it took my own culinary game to a new level. So that's kind of how it all started. And then from there, brought it back to New York, picked it back up, started at a very ground level, working out of my friend's annex garage that she did a catering operation out of many years ago. I had a business partner. We worked through that. We got a new location. And things have just been growing ever since. And it's been such an honor and a privilege to be able to cook for my community in a way that, can feed my own creativity, but can also help people along the way achieve their nutrition goals and just eat good, clean, quality food. That's what my thing is all about. So, I'm in the Wilton Mall. That's where my kitchen is. We do probably close to 400 meals, give or take, a week. All different stuff. I change my menu every 4 weeks, so I keep it creative, keep it new and interesting for myself and also for my patrons. And it's just good quality, clean food, like I said. And we do portioned, pre-made individual meals that you can order. Go to eatgreenfork.com, check out the website, check out all the menu options that I have. Place an order. It's super simple. Get yourself some meal prep for the week. I've got a couple of different things going on with that. It's always evolving, always changing. But that's sort of the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of what I do. But then, like I said, in addition to that, I've, as a person, just grown so much. I'm 37 years old. I grew up in this community. I had a son at a young age. Went to college, moved to Arizona, done a lot of cool things, played music in bands. I mean, I've got a whole lot of life under my belt at this point. So I've learned a whole lot about a lot of different things. And I just hope to be able to share that with everybody. And hopefully you guys can identify or learn from the stuff and just benefit from it in some way. What I'm currently up to these days is doing personal training. I do group coaching. I do nutrition coaching. And of course, I'm running my business as well. And I do that out of a place called Battleground Fitness, and that's in Saratoga Springs. So if you're in the area and looking for a gym, it's a great place to be, a great community. I've been there since my friend Reba opened it in 2020, and we've been just kicking ass ever since day one. We've got a great community of folks over there that a lot of them are Greenfork patrons as well. And we like to have fun and work out and keep people strong and healthy. I hope to have Rebecca, the owner, on this podcast fairly soon. I know I'll get her on here one of these days. And I do hope to have a lot more gym owners and wellness people on as well. But I'm doing nutrition coaching. I'll talk a little bit about what that's like. People that are struggling with nutrition or don't know what's what. There's a lot of misinformation out there on social media, in the news. There's always some agenda being pushed. There's always some fad diet that's trying to be pushed through. People claim to have the miracle cure, the quick fixes, the this or that. But really what I've learned over my years through my education and through my just experiences working with people is that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, right? So that's just finding what works for you and keeping it as simple as possible. There's nothing wrong with these fad diets that come out, and they work for a lot of people. They work for some people. But for most people, it's demystifying all that crap that you hear on the internet and just making it achievable, making it actually doable for you as an individual. People with busy lives, busy schedules, not a lot of education around cooking or food. They just don't know what to do. So if you were to come to me as a nutrition coaching client, I would break down, what is a macronutrient, what is a micronutrient, teach you the basics about nutrition, and then go over your personal goals, whatever you hope to achieve, and then, write out a plan for you and describe it all the way through. We go over supplements, we go over cooking, we go over what types of foods are do or don'ts, which aren't a whole lot. Don't have a whole lot of don'ts. You should be able to eat whatever you want as long as it fits into your plan and doesn't make you feel like crap. So that's kind of what I do. I do the personal training as well. I can work with people of all different backgrounds, all different levels of fitness, from somebody that's just starting out or somebody that wants to lose weight or an athlete. I've worked with everybody in between, and I really take a lot of joy in doing that and working with people and just making them better, I guess, and helping them get better, whatever that means for them. And that's kind of what I've dedicated my life to at this point is just helping people get better any way that I can. I don't do a whole lot of mental health work or anything, but there is a big mentality component to it that I try to preach. Just take things as they come and do the best you can with what you have at this moment. So that's kind of what involves what I'm doing professionally, in addition to everything that goes along with Greenfork. Like I said before, as a business owner, there's so much that goes into it. And I'm just constantly navigating problems, putting out fires, dealing with the ups and downs. I had a really nice comment, I guess you could say, or interaction with a client of mine that orders from me, and he just gave me the most 5-star raving review in person, and that made me feel really good. Just to know that I am doing good work and that people are really appreciating and what I'm doing is really helping people. So that makes me feel really good about what I'm doing professionally. That was actually at a really cool thing that I did the other day called Savage Sunday. My friend Katie, who again I'd like to have on as a guest here, she put together this program, this team workout program, and it's like every other Sunday or twice a month or something like that, where a bunch of people just get together and do a track workout over at the Schuylerville High School. We did that yesterday. A bunch of cool people there. Most of them could be guests on here because they're that cool. So we just did a really hard workout and got it in. That's really fun. Training for a Spartan race. Me and my son and my friend Dave are going to be doing a Spartan Super, which is a 10K race in New Jersey. We're going down there. 10K race with a bunch of obstacles. Should be super fun. In regards to all my health and wellness routines that I have, it's one thing to just work out, but I'm the type of person that I want to like test my skills. I want to test my fitness level. So things like doing Spartan races, half marathons, running things, and jujitsu, different sports, different forms of athleticism is kind of what I like to do for fun, type 2 fun. So those are the things that I have going on, training for the Spartan, doing the Savage Sundays with a community of badass people. I like to play golf a lot with my son. My son and I get out and play golf. That's fun to be out there. I would love to do a half marathon. I think I'm going to do one by the end of the summer. Last time I did a half marathon, I got 2 hours and 1 minute. So I'm looking to beat that 2 hour bench there. Got to get under 2, sub 2 half marathon. That's a goal. And then jujitsu. I've taken some time off. I got my blue belt a couple years ago and kind of in typical blue belt fashion disappeared from the world of jiu-jitsu. Getting back every once in a while to it, but I hope to get back to it because it really is a lot of fun. My son and I have been doing martial arts together for many years now, and he loves it, and it's something fun we can do together. Of course, the competitions are pretty fun, but for the most part, I just like to go test my athleticism against a great group of guys over at Alliance Jiu-Jitsu. That's where we've been training. Tons of great coaches over there. Hopefully have some of them on too. Good community of people. And that's really what it's all about. Finding these communities of people where people are doing cool things in the name of, wellness of some sort, whether it's athletic or nutrition or whatever. That brings me to my next point, the 4 pillars of health with Greenfork. So I look at wellness or nutrition, health from a 4-prong aspect, right? You have your physical health, which is your nutrition, exercise, hydration, sleep, right? Keeping your body in great condition through those types of things. Nutrition is obviously what you eat from, in regards to food. But it can also mean, the music that you listen to, the community that you surround yourself with, the TV that you watch, everything like that, the books you read. Physical exercise, of course, that can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. It can be just getting outside for a walk, or it can be hardcore workouts, weightlifting, powerlifting, running, swimming, all that stuff, hiking, whatever it is. That is a very important part of keeping your body healthy. Of course, hydration. We can go down a deep rabbit hole with a lot of this stuff. And then sleep. Those are the 4 things for physical health that I think are super important. Then we have mental health, okay? Things like therapy, self-help, philosophy, anxiety, coping skills, emotional regulation, things like that. Especially in today's world, there's a lot of things coming at us from all different directions. I know that I've kind of struggled with mental health in some aspects of my life. I think everybody has, just with so much going on, like being a single dad, trying to, raise my son, running a business for myself, a couple different businesses, and then just being in that world. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of things to deal with. So through my years, I've found ways of trying to cope with all that, some good, some bad. I'm on a good road now. Love philosophy and stoicism, and just a lot of the self-help books have been huge for me, and it helps with my mentality, and just being able to stay out of sort of a victim mentality, and just be ready to take the world on with what you have and doing the best that you can with what you have, learning healthy ways to regulate those emotions and negative thoughts. It plays a huge role, and it has a big impact on how you move through the world. So it's very important to address the mental health, and I hope to have people on that can speak more to that, therapists and coaches and things of that nature that that can help maybe offer nuggets of wisdom. So if you're struggling with something, then hopefully you pick something up that helps you to deal. Spiritual health, that's another big one, whether it's religion or mythology or connection to nature, to God, whatever you call God, things of that nature. I think, underneath the surface level, there is something out there that kind of controls everything, whether you want to call it the Tao or God. and just having a sense of that, a connection to it when things get a little crazy can definitely, it plays into a little bit of the mental health thing, I think, but it's something I'm very curious about, something I'm very interested in. I'm reading this book on consciousness right now that's kind of blowing my mind, a lot of physics and stuff like that. So very interesting, very important for me, and an area where I don't know that much, and I'm hoping to learn a lot more. So whether it's books or talking to people about it, I hope to make that a part of this podcast as well. And then a little bit more surface level, or dealing in the reality that we're in, is financial health. Not something a lot of people think about. I don't think, myself, I didn't really get financially well or healthy until I'd say like 30 years old, which is maybe late in the game for some folks. Definitely feel like it maybe was for me. But now that I am set up financially, I talked with a friend of mine who's a financial planner. Hope to have her on. Just understanding money, relationship with money and finances, and being able to feel a little bit more comfortable as far as having, a good savings or a good retirement plan really does impact the way you move through the world, and just being a little more secure, not living paycheck to paycheck. I'm sure some of you have been there, where you're just every week you're trying to pay all the bills and see how much money you have left over for food and stuff like that. I've been there. It's not a great place to be, constantly stressed out and worried. So if you can get a hold of those financial problems that you have, or get a hold of your finances and set yourself up, it definitely lifts a lot of that weight off your shoulders. And I feel like, again, is a big part of your health, your overall health and wellness. So those four things are primarily what I'll be addressing on this podcast, and hope to have guests on that can speak a little bit more in detail to those types of things. I have a basic level of understanding of most of this stuff, but I'm very inquisitive by nature, and I hope to delve into these topics a little bit more and learn as much as I can to help me through my life, and hopefully do the same for you. I also want to get into music and have musicians on, and artists and friends that are in that creative realm, because I feel like that's another aspect. Maybe you could loop that in with spiritual health, maybe. But that creative aspect of life, just, we all have things that we want to get out into the world and don't necessarily know how to articulate them in a creative way, or don't have the time. So have people on that can kind of give you tips and whatever, like how to play a new instrument, or how to journal writing, how to create poetry. It's something that everybody can have access to, and I think is again a big part of maintaining and keeping that part of your wellness field ongoing. So a little bit hard to articulate there, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. The guests that I want to have on, like I said, will have some area of expertise in any one of those fields, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just have my friends on and we'll just talk some shit, and that'll be fun too for me, and hopefully it'll be fun to listen to. I have conversations with people, business owners, patrons of my business, just friends, people I meet off the street, and I'll sit there and engage with them, and it'll be like hour-long conversations that are just so good that I'm like, wow, why don't I get this on tape and and let the world hear it? It just feels like it's that good. And so I wanted to start this podcast for that reason. Again, just to tickle my own brain and offer it up to you, to the world, to everybody, to all the millions of listeners and fans that I have out there already. Local wellness people, whether that's community people in the community that are doing cool things. I'm personally part of a couple different programs. There's one that's a Food for Mood with my friend Kira and Vicky, and we're doing really cool things to how does nutrition impact your mental health. So we're putting programs together and offering them for mental health practitioners that are, working with people in the community with whether they have issues around food or whatever it is, and we're exploring that, and I think that's amazing. So those types of people, people that are in the wellness realm, coaches, mental health counselors, financial advisors, everybody in between, coaches, nutritionists, artists, influencers, people just doing cool things with their lives. I have a lot of cool friends, and I just want to talk to them on here. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to get on here and tell you guys a little bit about what to expect, in regards to Greenfork. It's a multifaceted company that I just want to keep expanding and keep growing. A lot of it for me is just getting the word out there about good nutrition and good aspects of wellness that isn't geared towards clickbait or trying to receive likes on Instagram. There's a lot of stuff that is extreme that's out there that I don't jive with. There's a lot of cool stuff too that's happening that I'd like to just learn more about. The science of everything is really come a long way in the past, 30, 40 years. And the nutrition game and the wellness game is constantly changing. And I'd just like to stay on top of it. Something I'm really curious about and explore those curiosities here. So that's kind of the idea of it. This being the first one has been me kind of rambling off some notes that I have, and hope you don't mind if it's a little scattered, but it's the best I can do with what I got right now. The first one is always the worst one, I guess they say. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to have a lot of cool people on. I'm really excited to get this going. I want to say thank you to my friend Mike Nelson. I'm here at his house, at his studio. Those are his dogs barking in the background. Thank you, Mike, and all the people over at Five Towers Media for helping me put this on, for giving me the push to get out here and do this. It's been a long time coming. I feel like I said, I have got a lot of friends and stuff that I just know have so much wisdom and so much knowledge that they can share, and I'm excited to get this going. And so Mike was pushing me to get this going, and I'm just super thankful, super grateful to him and his team for helping me. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. I'm looking forward to many, many good things. Have a lot of cool people on here, and learn more about me, learn more about what I'm doing, and learn more about nutrition, wellness, and all those aspects that go along with it. From my point of view, from other professionals in the community. I also think it's really cool to just share what people have going on, so you can connect with these people if you are struggling in any kind of way with any of these areas of health or wellness, and are just looking to make connections and get into, develop some sort of wellness practice. Join along with us. I've partnered with many different gyms in the area with Greenfork, from Albany to Clifton Park to Saratoga, and then up in Lake George, and always looking to expand and make more connections with more people and help as many people as I can. So whether you are down in Albany or up in Lake George or anywhere in between, you can use me as a resource. I'd be happy to put you in touch with the awesome people that I know that can help you get started and get going on your wellness journey wherever you're at, or just help further it. I think that's about all I have to say today. So stay tuned. It's going to get much better than this. There's going to be more guests on, and people bouncing ideas off each other, and lots of good stuff to come from Greenfork. So let me know if you have any questions about anything. Look me up on Instagram. I am Zabala, Zabala _PRML. That's my personal account. And then there's Greenfork Eats. That is my business page. You can go to eatgreenfork.com to check out the website and see my menu and see all the cool stuff I have going on there. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you made it all the way through this, thank you. Your support means the world to me. I'm really happy and really grateful to be able to service my community, and it seems like I'm living the best life because I'm able to do that. And so thank you guys so much for your support, for your patronage, and yeah, let's keep it going. Let's get this community even more healthy than it is. All right, Stephen Zabala signing off. Thank you guys so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, my friends.